Just me sitting in the backyard. It's actually so unbelievably beautiful today. I need to start picking the oranges and lemons. And apples. It's been a hot minute since I have made a video due to my own self-sabotage. But May started off on such a bang. I started the month right before I was going to graduate. I went to go see Beyonce. Not for one night, but for 2 nights. It was absolutely breathtaking. There hasn't been another artist except One Direction. I think when I was younger, I went to, I want to say like 6 or 7 concerts. And that was thanks to my sister. And it was also thanks to my sister that I have been able to go see Beyonce multiple times. I am headed to the Cowboy Carter Act 2. Day 2. But this is the outfit. Hold on, let me see if I can show you guys. Give me a second. This is maybe not the most like flattering view. We have a little red bandana. The gals are kind of out. There's nothing. I tried to give them some opportunity to show themselves. Don't know if that's actually happening. My sister lent me this, which I think is super cute. And then I got red boots. But yeah, that is the outfit. Ooh, hold on. Okay. And then I have my hat. And then we have a sash. Cowboy doer. And that's the look. That's the look, and now I'm gonna go scream my lungs out. Oh my gosh. You needed to. We are done. That was amazing. There's definitely a reason why Beyonce is just an absolute icon. She's unreal. I had the most amazing time. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that's it. Like we only got her for what, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that, and like that's it. It was unreal. I then had my graduation on the 15th and 16th. I'm so grateful that I was able to see a bunch of my classmates because my master's was entirely online, so I didn't really get the opportunity to meet a lot of my classmates in person, just a couple. So to be able to go and see everyone and to be able to be together as we finish up our program it was an unbelievable experience.
To anybody that has that's in a program that's out of their state, go to the commencement ceremony. Go to all of the ceremonies that you can. Celebrate. You do this one time, unless you get 2 or more degrees, and in that case, go you.
Yeah.
You know? But
go to your print.
Yeah. Go Brads.
The real USC. After a year's worth of projects, that's what I want it down right now.
We're about to walk in. Put this.
Today, storytelling is both our greatest hope and our biggest battleground. Everyone, from marketers to politicians to AI itself, is competing for control over narratives. You have an extraordinary story, every single one of you. And I deeply, deeply believe in you. You will go through tough times, terrifying times even. But your beautiful brain will figure out creative ways to get out of it. And your ferocity will get you through it. You will feel deep love and deep heartache, and you will have profound questions, many that never get answered, the greatest gift that God gives you. And I hope that you embrace every single one of them, those moments, because they are all reminders that you are alive. And just so you know, that American dream, I think it does exist. It does. And it's just not just an American dream, I think it's a world dream. It's just that there's more than one road to get there, and many are being paved right now as we speak. And I will do everything in my power, as I assume everyone here and everyone in the stands too, to ensure that they remain there when you arrive, so that you too can feel like you're home. Fight on, class of 2025.
Are you ready?
Business innovation.
Oh, should I put this on?
The Bovard College.
Yeah, because don't they ask us to flip the test?
Oh, shoot, yeah.
The Graduate School. The Leventhal School of Accounting.
Wait, is it right to left or left to
The
right?
School of Architecture. The Roski School of Art and Design.
I'm excited.
The Marshall School of Business. The School of Cinematic Arts. The Annenberg School. The School of Dentistry.
Hell yeah!
Kinesiology and
Looking
Physical
up
Therapy.
tassel from left to right
And
question
the
mark.
Mrs. Terry Chan Division.
By the authority
Is
vested
it
in
left
me
to right?
by
Here
the
we go.
USC Board of Trustees,
Or is right to
I
left?
hereby confer
I think
upon
so.
each of
Right to
you
left.
the degree or certificate for which you have been recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining hereto. Congratulations, class of 2025.
I'm gonna cry.
I just graduated.
Catherine Dewar.
Victoria Rodriguez.
Aram Asadzadeh Rivera.
Graciela Sanchez.
Which which is unreal. And honestly, 2021 me would be shocked and maybe horrified that I decided to go back to school. But despite the sleepless nights, despite questioning whether I even belonged in this program, whether this was right for me, it's really funny because when I ended up seeing this program, which was actually, oddly enough, sponsored on LinkedIn, out of all places, I literally was creating my profile because I had no idea what I wanted to do and I wanted to pivot my career. And it was just a sponsored post on my LinkedIn, and I decided, heck, I'm gonna apply. I applied to USC before, during my undergrad, didn't get in, and I thought, you know what, I will never go to USC. I finished my undergrad, and I knew 100%, at least at that time, that I would never pursue masters or anything like that. And I said, never. And then 2 years later, I see that post on LinkedIn, and here I am, graduating with my master's in digital media. And I think the one thing that I can take away from this is that never say never. And I realized that the things that I said I will never do, I end up pursuing and have been some of the most profound experiences that I've ever had. So while it's very scary figuring out what I'm gonna do moving forward, especially the turmoil that's going on culturally, economically, personally, everything's really, really scary and uncertain. If there's anything I learned about this entire process, never say never, and embrace the unknown through pursuing what you never would do. But yeah, that's it. I'm a little sad to take this all off. I might keep it on for a little longer. And then it's time to move forward. Yeah. I'm currently in a wind down, so if you hear my hatch next to me with like really low vibey music, that's why. But I was contemplating whether I wanted to discuss the low aspects of May and also like the early to middle parts of June. And I don't know, I realized that it's important, I think, for people to see. Even it's important, I feel like, for me to see, not necessarily that people are hitting personal lows in life, but more of social media definitely makes it seem like everyone is doing super well. And I think right now I'm seeing so many people going on like brand trips and going to Europe and all this kind of stuff, and I don't know, I'm here in the four walls of my room, and it kind of feels like I'm missing out on life. And I think one of the biggest things that really, quite honestly, hit me in the face after I graduated was this idea of purpose and identity, which are two of like the biggest hard hitters that you could ever have in your life. Is all of a sudden asking yourself, okay, well, who am I? And then what's my purpose? Like, and I think being a people pleaser, these are two of the things that have always sort of evaded me, and I don't know how to answer those questions when people are like, well, what do you like? And you're like, I don't know, and you're kind of waiting for somebody else to sort of supplement ideas, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe not. Like, there's a really difficult sense of awareness around the self, and also my purpose really changed in May. Is like, once I graduated, I realized that I had built my identity around I am a student first, and I threw everything into my program. I mean, like, I neglected my health, I neglected the self, I pretty much threw Catherine out the door, and all I had was a student. So once graduation hit, it was like, well, I'm no longer a student, so that identity's gone. And then my purpose of doing well in school, doing well in my projects, okay, well, that's no longer my purpose anymore. And I lost it. I lost it, and because I pivoted my career and went back to school, I feel like I'm behind and I somehow need to catch up. When I think about going about how other people are approaching life, it feels inauthentic, and I feel like I'm at a standstill because I'm afraid to start what I want to do and what I feel like is authentic to me. But if it's not a perfect path, I don't want it. I don't want it. Yeah, I was struggling for weeks. I realized that there's a lot of people, maybe you're watching it, just in general. There's so many people that I think feel that way, and it's such an isolating experience. Almost like you need to have this sense of shame around feeling like you're behind in certain areas of your life, or that you need to be ashamed for being sad or ashamed for being in a depressive episode. And it's all like coupled in to these last couple weeks. And then at 3 a.m. one night, I was like, oh dear God, like, I don't remember the last couple weeks. After graduation, it was like a blur. It was like sitting in a train and watching your life sort of just passing you by so quickly, and it wasn't until the brakes hit and like my face hit the train seat in front of me that I realized that, like, I have to do something. I thought I would just share some of the things that I've been doing to sort of try and make this experience of not knowing a little more palatable. I'm exploring things, which is actually the most terrifying thing I could ever do, is exploring my habits, exploring my sadness, exploring my fear, that sounds horrifying. I'm horrified, but I decided that I would start the Artist Way to sort of assist in this exploration. And I started doing morning journals, which have actually been very helpful. And I feel like the way that I have been approaching journaling has been different and better and easier for me to actually put things on the page. I still struggle with being entirely honest and letting everything sort of spill out on the pages. And I'm still navigating a balance, but I feel like allowing myself to sort of dedicate it to something outside of myself. And for you, it could be the universe, it could be your grandparents that passed, it could angels, it could be anything, just anything outside of yourself that makes you feel supported. That has actually been a game changer for me. The second thing is walking. Walking, specifically pushing myself to do 15 to 20,000 steps, because I also use it as a form of working out as well, get my body moving. But I ended up getting the Vomero 5 by Nike, and I think having like a supportive shoe just makes walking feel a lot better. I'm excited to walk more, and that has definitely sort of had a trickling effect of wanting to now go outside and explore. And I think it's really helpful, especially for my, you know, artist dates and stuff like that, and taking myself out places, because well, I need to get to 15 or 20,000 steps by the end of the day, so I need to figure out where to go. So it certainly has been really helpful, and I definitely think that it's worth checking out if you do like walks, maybe finding a good pair of shoes, because it really has made a significant difference. The last thing that has been really helpful for me, when you are coming from a place of not doing too hot up here, we need to give it some love, some flowers, and all that kind of stuff. And so I definitely recommend, you know, if you are also trying to get yourself out of this funky place, find content that, like, just you can laugh, you can have fun, reality, I don't know, anything that makes you laugh and have some kind of joy. Do that, and put the like intense content down. We can bring that back in autumn and winter, but not now. Read a silly book that like nothing bad happens, like just super fun. And I'm still trying to find some books. I can definitely share some that I find. But yeah, documentaries. There are so many on YouTube that you can find. There's like documentaries around bread and, you know, how bread is used around the world, how it has affected cultures and affected humans and all that kind of stuff. It's even made its way into language. Like really cool stuff, and I really urge you to find content that it's just like fun and exciting, where you can learn like little tidbits. I love tidbit material. It's the best. Anyways, if you have made it to the end of this video, I'm so unbelievably thankful. Now I'm gonna go brush my teeth and finish this documentary on black holes.
There is a limit to what we know about black hole now. But I'm a scientist. This is the best situation you can be in. We have this universe in a petri dish, and it's holding fantastic new insights waiting to be discovered.